Hello guys and welcome to the science class. Today we're going to be talking about soil. So to start talking about soil, I would like to ask you guys a question. And the question is, have you ever thought about how soil is formed? Well, soil is the top layer of the lithosphere and is especially important for the development of life on Earth. Soil contains a large number of organisms like bacteria, fungi, plants, and even insects. As you can see here on the left hand side, we can see this chart that is showing us the composition of soil. And soil is made 25% made of air, 45% of the soil is made of minerals, and 5% of it is made of organic matter, and the last 25% is made of water. So let's talk about how these minerals are formed. And the part of the soil that is rich in minerals is actually formed by the disintegration of rocks. Okay, the organic matter, right, or the organic part of the soil is made up of the organisms that inhabit in the organic matter that is decomposed, like plant waste that includes leaves and twigs, and also animal waste that includes feces and dead animals. So let's talk about now this process called soil formation. And soil is formed through a process that is called weathering. Okay, so this process called weathering, which takes place over thousands of years. In this process, the outside layer of the rocks breaks down because of climatic factors like rain, wind, and temperature changes. Okay, so let's see in the next part in detail how this soil formation occurs. So let's talk about soil formation. Okay, so soil is formed in 4 steps. Yeah, 4 steps. Number one, the atmospheric phenomena, meaning rain and wind, affect the rocks on the surface, and this causes weathering, which was this breakdown of the rocks into small particles of minerals. Yeah. In number 2, these fragments of rock mix with organic matter, which causes disintegration to happen more easily. Yeah, the disintegration was this process where these rocks were breaking down. And in number 3, we got the accumulation of organic matter, minerals on top of the soil, and this permits that plants and small organisms develop. And number 4, the last one, we got here organisms like worms, as you can see in this video here, and they are moving, and as they move, they are letting air enter the soil, and they are also fertilizing the soil at the same time. Okay, so that is basically the 4 steps of soil formation. So let's talk right now about the soil layers. The soil layers are split or divided into horizons. So the first one being the O horizon. Okay, and this O horizon is the top layer of the soil. It is also called the topsoil, and it is dark brown and mostly consists of organic material. This part, in this horizon, plant and animal waste accumulates and decomposes, forming what we call humus. Then we got the A horizon, which has a large amount of humus and organic matter. This part consists mostly of rock fragments and crystalline minerals. Plant roots reach this layer, and also we got worms, insects, bacteria, and fungi living here. In the B horizon, well, this one is below the A horizon and is a zone of accumulation and infiltration of minerals. So we got here clay, sand, and iron oxides. They are transported by water from the upper layers, in this case the O and A horizon. Then moving on, we got the C horizon, which is made of rock fragments and eroded rocks. And last but not least, we got the R horizon, which is the lowest layer of the soil, and it also consists of whole rocks, yeah, and it is the base of the other layers and is holding the other layers on top of it. So let's talk about the soil properties. We got 3 different properties: the physical, the biological, and the chemical properties. And let's start with the physical. The first one being texture. Okay, so texture, it refers to the number of particles of different sizes that make up soil. Then we got porosity. That refers to the number of pores or spaces in the soil. Water retention capacity is related to the amount of water that soil can store. So in this video we have the soil that does not store that much water, but in the rainforest we got this soil that is rich in water. Yes. Then we got color. That is an indicator of soil's components, yeah, and the color varies according to the amount of organic matter, okay, that the soil has. So let's talk right now about the chemical properties, okay, and the first chemical property is the exchange capacity. Exchange capacity is the soil's ability to transfer minerals and other substances to plants. Then we've got fertility, which corresponds to the presence of minerals that plants need to grow, like nitrogen, phosphorus, and sulfur. Then we got salinity, which is the amount of the salt that soil contains. Okay, so those are the chemical properties. So in the last part of the class, we're going to be talking about the biological properties. And the first one is the presence of humus. Presence of humus makes soil softer and spongier and gives it more water retention capacity. We also got the presence of living things, which refers to the diversity of organisms that exist in soil. And this includes bacteria, fungi, animals, and plants. Okay, thank you very much for watching the video, guys, and we're gonna see each other later on in the Zoom class. Goodbye.